Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. It's that time. I'm going to do our college football picks and predictions. We're going to go over all the top 25 games. The goal is try to predict the outcome, the winner, loser, the final score. We'll also take an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. The goal is wrap up all these top 25 games in under 15 minutes. This is our quick picks. For a more in-depth breakdown, make sure to check out my video that came out 2 days ago. That's where we go in-depth on every single game. But this is the quick version. We're going to try to wrap it up as quick as we can. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any comments, let me know who you think is going to win the matchup. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. Our very first game we have actually coming up Friday night, October 3rd, 10:30 p.m. on ESPN. The 2-3 West Virginia Mountaineers, Rich Rodriguez, he is back again for round 2 on the road versus number 23 BYU 4-0. BYU, they lost Retzlaff. Bachmeier has stepped in perfectly for this team. They have a 94.9% chance to win, 18.5-point favorites. West Virginia, 22 points a game, giving up 26.6. This is Rich Rod. They're going to run. They're going to be spread out. But BYU playing really good balanced football, 38.5 points a game, running for 251. They're going to control the time of possession. They're only giving up 9.3, only 76 on the ground. Bachmeier playing good conservative football. Give me BYU walking away with the win, 34-13. And then moving on to our Saturday games, October 4th at 12 p.m., 2-2 Wisconsin. You know Luke Fickell, he's definitely on the hot seat here. They have to be able to run the ball, get back to old school Badgers football. They're on the road versus number 20, Michigan, 3-1. Sharon Moore back. They have an 89.1% chance to win, 16.5-point favorites. Wisconsin, they have no offense, only 20.8 points a game, only running for 118 yards per game. That is not Wisconsin football. Solid defense, though, giving up 18.8. Michigan with Bryce Underwood. He's playing at a higher level than his actual year. He's a freshman. They're averaging 35 a game, running for 254 yards per game, only giving up 17.8. They run the ball. They control time of possession, 8 to 12-minute possessions the entire time. Low-scoring game, but they walk away with the W, 28-14. And our next game at 12 p.m. on Saturday, the 2-2 Kentucky Wildcats. This is Mark Stoops' team. They're disciplined. They love to run the ball, but they have no offense. They haven't had a good offense in a very long time. On the road versus number 12 Georgia, 3-1, coming off that loss, snapping the 33 home game winning streak. They have a 90.4% chance to win. They are 20.5-point favorites. Kentucky, 27 points a game, giving up 26. Usually they have a good defense, not so much this season. Georgia, they have the revenge factor. They want to get things back on track. They got upset by Bama at home. They are out for revenge. They're going to take it out on Kentucky. They're averaging 34.5, throwing for 229, running for 214, giving up 19.5 points a game. Gunnar Stockton, Bowens, Young, Branch, they have the weapons. They win this one 37-14. And our next game on ESPN2 at 12 p.m., the number 14 Iowa State Cyclones, 5-0. This team running wild through the Big 12 versus the 3-1 Cincinnati Bearcats. Do not underestimate Cincinnati here. Right now, Iowa State, 51.5% chance to win. Cincinnati, 48.5%, practically a 50-50 split down the middle. And Cincinnati, 1.5-point favorites. The unranked team is the favorite. Cincinnati, 39.5 points a game, almost 500 yards of total team offense, giving up 18.5. Iowa State, 31.6 points a game, giving up 14.2. This is Matt Campbell. They are disciplined. They play defense. They have Rocco Beck, third year on the team in this system, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, 2 picks. I give Iowa State winning a shootout, high-scoring game, 30-28. And at 12 p.m. on the Big Ten Network, number 22, the Fighting Illini, 4-1 versus 2-2 Purdue Boilermakers. The Fighting Illini coming off of a curb stop by Indiana. They responded, beating a ranked Trojans team. Fighting Illini, 74.7% chance to win. They are 9.5-point favorites. They're averaging 35.8, throwing for 243, running for 133, giving up 23.4. They got to get that defense under control. Purdue, pretty decent offense, 28 points a game, but they do give up a lot of points. They have a lot of turnovers, though. Brown, 5 picks so far. Altmaier, third year with this team, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns, no picks. They have the offense, to me, to win on the road. Might be kind of close first 3 quarters. They win it 32-20. And staying in the Big Ten at 3:30 p.m. on CBS, you have number 7 Penn State 3-1 coming off that home loss to Oregon. They have to rebound here. Franklin, you have 0 room for error. You can afford to lose one more game this season and still make the playoffs as a 10-2 team. They're on the road versus the 0-4 UCLA Bruins. There's no team you'd rather play in the Big Ten coming off a loss, because this is your chance to really light it up and curb stomp the Bruins. Penn State, 93% chance to win. 24.5-point favorites. Penn State's averaging 39 points a game, only giving up 11.8. Knowles, the best defensive mind in college football. They have the veteran squad. Aller, Allen, Singleton, Pena. I got to see some more from Aller, though. You have to vertically push the ball down the field, run the ball downhill, open up the play action. The Bruins with Nico. Nico was bad at Tennessee. He's bad with the Bruins. Only 14.3 points a game, giving up 31.3, only 3 times as much as they score. They have 0 chance here. Penn State wins this one. They rebound with a strong performance, 42-13. 3:30 p.m. on ESPN, number 9, Texas Longhorns 3-1. We got to see some more from Arch Manning. Disappointing first couple games. He was showboating last week versus Sam Houston State. I got to see that versus a Power 4 team. Come on, Arch. They'll be on the road here versus 1 and 3 Florida Gators. Billy Napier on the hot seat, but the Gators always rally around him. Texas is actually surprisingly on upset alert here. Longhorns 76.7% chance to win this game. They have a top 5, top 3 overall roster in the country and one of the best defenses, one of the best front sevens. Texas a 5.5 favorite. That number is slowly coming down. A lot of people have the Gators pulling off the upset. Texas 31.8 points a game, giving up 7.8. That is ridiculous. That is top 5 in the nation. Only 61 on the ground. Florida, DJ Lagway, he is not vertically throwing the ball down the field. A lot of turnovers, 5 touchdowns, 6 picks. He has more interceptions than touchdowns in his career versus Power 4 teams, and they're giving up 16. Florida does have a solid defense. They will play lights out at home. To me, they keep it very close, but Texas too talented. They have just enough. Their defense creates turnovers. They win this one 27-16. They avoid the upset. And on ABC at 3:30 p.m., number 16, the Vanderbilt Commodores 5-0. Who had Vanderbilt undefeated here? Props to Diego Pavia, back for like his 15th year of college football, playing number 10, the Alabama Crimson Tide 3-1, coming off the upset win versus the Georgia Bulldogs. Give Galen DeBoer some props here, and give Ty Simpson credit. He has 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns, no picks. He's looking like a Heisman contender. Bama 74.3% chance to win, 10.5-point favorites. This line also coming down. Don't forget, Bama last season coming off the win versus Georgia. They went to Vanderbilt, and they got curb stomped. They have to avoid that happening again this season. After beating Georgia last week, they definitely will not be sleeping on Vanderbilt this season. They better not be sleeping on them. Come on. Vandy, 49 points a game, giving up 17.2. They play offense. They play defense. Bama, 38 points a game, throwing for 322 yards per game. This is a vertical passing team. Want to see them run the ball more, but so far the passing game, it is working. Can't complain about that, giving up 16.5 points a game. I think the game might be close first 1 or 2 quarters. Bama ultimately pulls away, and they want revenge for last year. They win this one 34-20. Then on ABC at 3:30, 3-1 Boise State started out the season top 25, fell off that first game, but the offense has awoken since then. They're on a 3-game winning streak on the road here versus number 21 Notre Dame, 2-2. Notre Dame, the defense woke up last week shutting down Arkansas, and they do have one of the best offenses in the nation led by C.J. Carr. The Irish 91.9% chance to win, 20.5-point favorites. Boise 38.5 a game, giving up 24.8. They have Mattson, the veteran quarterback. Notre Dame 44 points a game, throwing for 307, running for 173, giving up 27.8. But if that defense gets back to the way it was last year, they had the number 3 defense last season. They have awoken. Maybe they can keep that going. Carr, Love, Pierce, Feards, Greathouse facing a lot of weapons. Notre Dame wins this one 38-23. The offense continues to roll. ESPN 2, 3:30 p.m. Number 24, Virginia Cavaliers 4-1, coming off that upset win versus FSU last week. And how about Morris last season? Throwing the ball, running the ball, did a little bit of everything. Versus 4-0 Louisville Cardinals. Jeff Brom, he always gets the most out of his players. Louisville 56% chance to win. They're actually 6.5-point favorites here. The unranked team, the favorite. Virginia 45.6 points a game, throwing for 296, running for 243, giving up 23.2. Louisville Cardinals 38.3 points a game, giving up 18.8. I went back and forth in this game. This is a very difficult game to call. Two talented teams, two teams that are probably just around that 25 mark. Give me Louisville pulling off the upset, 37-34, but this is a game, keep your eye on it. It could go either way. And the SEC Network at 4 p.m., 1-3, Kent State Golden Flashes versus number 5 Oklahoma Sooners 4-0. The big loss here, John Mateer. Some people had him as the Heisman frontrunner. Not going to be playing, but they're not going to need him. Sooners 99% chance to win, 45.5-point favorites. Kent State 18.3 points a game, giving up 44. The Oklahoma offense, no matter who they trot out at quarterback, should win this game easily. They're averaging 31.3, giving up 9. This is a top 10 defense. They get after it. Great defensive line, great secondary. I want to see them work on the running game here. They're not running the ball successfully. This is their chance to practice that. So once Mateer comes back, they got the ground game on track. Give me Oklahoma winning this one 48-10. It's never in doubt. ESPN 7 p.m. number 11 Texas Tech Red Raiders 4-0 versus 4-0 Houston Cougars. Do not sleep on Fritz's Cougars team. They are prepared. They are primed for the upset. Texas Tech 74.6% chance to win. The Red Raiders 11.5-point favorites. How about the Red Raiders? Number 1 transfer portal class. And they have a top 5 offense. They have a top 10 defense in the entire country. And they actually have really good line of scrimmages on both sides of the ball. They're averaging 52 a game, throwing for 369, running for 205. Texas Tech, a great run game, only giving up 11.3, only 56.3 yards given up on the ground. What a great team. Morton Hammond, doesn't matter who the quarterback is, they can sling it up and down the field. Houston, though, competitive team, 31.3 points a game, only giving up 13.3. They have Wegman. He's transferred from Texas A&M. This guy, he's a veteran quarterback here. This could be a fun game to watch, potential upset alert round, but I have Texas Tech winning it 38-24. Then on NBC at 7:30 p.m., 3-1 Minnesota Golden Gophers. This is PJ Fleck's team. You know they're going to play disciplined football. They're going to run. They're going to play action. They want to own the line of scrimmage. But who can own the line of scrimmage versus the number one Ohio State Buckeyes? 4-0, the defending national champions. Ohio State, 94.7% chance to win. 23.5-point favorite. Minnesota, very good team. They usually play the Buckeyes close for like the first quarter. Then depth starts to win for Ohio State. They're averaging 33.5, giving up 16.3. Really good defense. Buckeyes, 36.3 points a game. Throwing for 265, running for 181, giving up 5.5 points a game. They had the number one defense last year. They have the number one defense against this season, 5.5 points a game. Sayin starting to come into his own, but they're not asking him to do too much. They have Jackson at running back, Jeremiah Smith, Caleb Downs, talented team on both sides of the ball. They just have to not lose this game. Everything should fall in their lap. Might be close first half. They'll pull away second half. They win 32-13. And on ABC at 7:30 p.m., this could have been the game of the week had Florida State won last weekend. Number 3, Miami Hurricanes, 4-0 coming off the bye, fully rested, but Miami usually doesn't play too good off the bye. They've been playing number 18, Florida State, 3-1. I don't care what happened last week. This is a rivalry game, one of the best rivalries in college football. Take the records, throw them out the window. They mean nothing here. Both these teams want to win. They want to be at the top of the mountain for the state of Florida. Miami, 65.3% chance to win. Florida State, 34.7%. This is Mario Cristobal versus Norvell, but you also have Gus Malzahn there, great offensive mind. They're going to run the ball, but Miami's strength is their defensive front seven. They seek to shut the run down. Miami, 4.5-point favorites. Very close game here, and the spread is getting lower. Miami's 36.8 points a game. Throwing for 270, running for 176.8, only giving up 11.5 points a game. This defense last season was god-awful, giving up in the 30s in ACC play. They have completely righted the ship there. They are shutting it down. They have yet to give up 100 yards on the ground. Florida State, one of the best rushing teams in the country, 53 points a game, throwing for 264, running for 336, giving up 19 a game. Strength on strength. The Florida State Seminoles rushing game versus that Miami defensive line. But Carson Beck with the best offensive line in the country. I think Miami, their depth, third, fourth quarter, squeaks out the close win here. 30-24. Keep your eye on this. It's going to be a fun game, though. And our final game on the SEC Network, 7:30 p.m., the 4-1 Mississippi State Bulldogs. How about this team? They almost beat Tennessee last week. Coming after beating Arizona State, they already have a top 25 win. They have a good offense, pretty good defense this season. Props to Jeff Lebby. This team has come out of nowhere playing really good, sound football, and they almost had 2 top 25 wins. They are upset-minded on the road, College Station, versus number 6, the 4-0 undefeated Texas A&M Aggies. Very talented overall roster. This is Mike Elko's squad. You know they're going to be disciplined. They're going to play hard-nosed physical football. Aggies, 78.9% chance to win, 15.5-point favorites. Mississippi State, they had 70 transfer portal players. They're averaging 38.6, throwing for 225, running for 205, giving up 17.6 points a game. The Aggies, 35.8 points a game, throwing for 294, running for 170, giving up 24. How about Reed at the quarterback position? 1,100 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, 2 picks. They have a healthy Moss. Craver, like 21 yards per reception, almost 500 yards on the season. Shapen on the other side, he's going to have to do a lot this game. They have the offense to make it competitive, depth-wise, and they're at home, though. Very difficult place for the road team to play. Give me the Aggies winning this one, 33-28. Guys, that's our quick picks. We ran through all of our top 25 games as quickly as we could in under 15 minutes. That's the goal. Thanks for shopping in and watching it. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, drop them below. Who do you think is going to win these matchups? Drop it in the comment section. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. And like I said at the opening of the video, if you want a more in-depth breakdown on all these assets, make sure to check out my video that just came out a couple days ago. That's where we go over every single game. We break it down in detail, look at all the stats, look at the rosters, and try to predict the outcome. But this was our quick picks. Of course, as always, thank you for watching.